Another beautiful day, pioneers in the heart of the matrix. It was so beautiful today. I woke up surrounded by love, my cat, my son, my family. I got the blessed with spending time with. I must have won the lottery, pioneers. It was beautiful. How are you feeling today, pioneers? Let's breathe. Let's breathe in a deep breath of that Murkana, that prana, that life force. What are we doing today? We've been raising the frequency and raising the vibration here on the day the Kennel Close News. Take that, take that. All that love, abundance, and peace I'm sending you, that good energy, prana makala, that life force I'm sending you. Coach A diving deep once again, after dark special. We are here in the heart of the matrix, plugged in like Neo, and it's a beautiful day. And I'm live and you, FaceTiming you right now. And if you are somebody who is afraid of living in abundance, then you better watch this video. Watch the replay when you will see me live. I'm going to explain to you, as somebody who's studied psychology, the body, medicine, manifestation, abundance, and I've studied the things that keep you poor. And if you're somebody that's thinking, man, I'm going to be broke for the rest of my life, you came to the right place, because the information I'm about to share with you is going to blow your mind, pioneers. It's going to make you raise your eyebrows. Wow, oh my God, I can't believe it, coach. New week, Saturday, SaturnDay, live. Manifestation Saturday, right now. Something great is going to come your way this week. Make space for it. If you're ready, just say, I'm ready. I want everybody to smash that like button, that share button. Get this out to high vibrational conscious individuals. Share this video, because this video is going to help you become your greatest version. Somebody asked me a question since they saw my last video about how I became financially free and secure sitting under a cherry blossom, a Japanese maple, a oak, a weeping willow tree. And they asked me, Coach, you will you talk about money habits that keep people poor? Oh, can I get a hello? We're going to dive into that tonight. We ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Time is. So let me share with you what's helped me along my journey. You see, when I realized money is energy, that's why it's called currency. Can I get a hello? Slow motion for me. Everything changed in my life. Now, a lot of people in this matrix, they have a very unique relationship to money depending on who they are. Some people were born in poverty like me, and therefore I don't waste anything. Some people are trust fund babies born with a silver spoon, so they take everything for granted. So when we talk about money habits that are keeping people poor, we got to start with this. Number one, 7 steps. Money habits keeping you poor. Number one, are you ready to dive deep, pioneers, tonight after dark special? Number one is people who focus on solely making money will be poor. Can I get a hello? Say that again. If you focus on making money, you're going to be poor. The more you focus on just making money, you are in lack of something. You've heard the expression, maybe. It's popular. It may not make sense. Some people are so broke, though, all they have is money. What? Some people are so poor in poverty, all they have is money. So a lot of people are saying, I just want $1 million. And let me shout out to Coach A, John Shook, right here in front of you, who said, instead of how can I make $1 million, how can I help 1 million people? This is how you now become rich, abundance. Realizing you create happiness, rich. The truth is, nobody is born poor. We are all born rich. We are our co-creators. Genesis 1:26-27 says, come, let us make mankind in the image of the Elohim, making us co-creators. We are already rich, realizing I create happiness, but somewhere along the line, humanity has gotten greedy, consumed with, hey, I just need to make lots of money. Moon eye. And that's why they feel poor and are stuck in poverty. And some people are so poor, all they got is money. All, I got nature, Mother Nature, the birds, bees, leaves, and trees, the cat right here with me. The son, he ain't here tonight, he's staying with GG. I focus on asking the cosmos, the universe, how can I focus on how can I reach and serve a million people? Money is just a byproduct of me doing what I love every single day. Can I get a hello? So that's going to help you out, pioneers. Let's talk about the second, number two step and secret that's keeping you poor, stuck in lack, in poverty, in that left logic hemisphere of the brain. The second secret is money habits that are keeping you poor. We've talked about it. A lack of information. You've got to be informational. When you have a lack of information, you're going to remain poor. What am I talking about? See, some people, they don't realize that the reason they're not manifesting their reality and their financial situations of abundance is because they didn't read what it is inside that's telling them to do. That can change their daily routine for the better. They ain't got in tune with the ascended master, the higher self, the Christos, the Christ within. The lack of information keeps you poor. My people perish from a lack of knowledge here. When you remind yourself better information equals better choices, better opportunities that we can take. Better information equals better choices. A lack of information equals poor choices. BS, behavioral society, stuck in the norm, the non-player character. You got to become your greatest version so you can be on your way to becoming financially secure. Because financial freedom is a lie. I told you that. I know this is going to help you out. What is the third money habit and step secret that is keeping you poor? I am statements which don't serve you, like I am tired, I am broke, I don't have enough time, I can't. What? Now, shout out to everybody who's viewing the live stream right now. People might be thinking they're suffering. It's natural, it's part of being human, suffering. But the more you say statements like I am suffering, I am broke, I am no good, I am unworthy, you are actually creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. Your wish is my command, pioneers. Because what is bond? Word is bond. Your voice is the most powerful weapon. Words have power. Start speaking your existence into existence. And you can change your money situation. You can change your financial, your physical, your emotional situation. So instead of saying, I am suffering, I am broke, I am tired, I can't do it, say I am rich, I am abundant, I'm going to get through this obstacle, trial, and tribulation I am facing. I am going to be triumphant. And this is how you actually change your money situation, because your money is currency. Your thoughts are currency. Stop saying, I don't have enough, I'm broke. Start saying, I am abundance, I am rich, realizing I create happiness. Abundance is the natural state. Can I get a hello? A lot of people believe in scarcity, though, and that's the illusion coming from the ancient word Maya, meaning illusion. Abundance is our natural state. What is the fourth money habit secret that is keeping you poor? Pioneers, let's deep dive. No tools. No tools. What are tools, coach? Well, tools can be used to either build your empire or destroy your empire. See, a long time ago, well, quite a while ago, I was given a laptop, it broke. I bought another one right here, and then I had to buy another one. And it's changed my entire life. I went to Best Buy on Greenville Avenue in North Carolina, and I handed over $3,000, and I bought a Rogue Republic of Gamers, a Zeus laptop. And I invested in this laptop, in this webcam, multiple hundred of dollars. My mom gave me this mic, and I said if I had these tools, I can create high inspired content that can allow them to raise their frequency and vibration and inspire millions of people around the world to start manifesting their own reality. Breathing in that good ass prana, that Merkaba, that life force, that energy, and breathing out all the worries, Akuna Matata. Tools is how you change your money situation. Start investing in your tools, yourself. Build a business. We are all born rich. Once again, I've told you this. Each and every one of us has a talent. Talent emanates from the Latin word talentum, which means a sum of money. What? The universe loves you. It gives you a talent, a talentum. Some people bury their talentums. Die with your talentums on the table, not still inside of you. Invest in your tools, your talentums, your talents, and share them with the world like we're doing here on the Daily Candle Close News. Raising, reaching people. Be stingy when it comes to investing in yourself and tools that you need to go to the next level. Pioneers, let's deep dive. What is the fifth money habit and secret that is keeping you poor? Let's talk about it. No expensive juice. No expensive green juice. No expensive cold pressed juice. No expensive foods that invest in your health. Because for you, you're like, I can just get a hamburger at McDonald's. I need the dollar menu. I want to save money. So you choose to eat from the dollar menu. You choose to sacrifice your state of health for the pursuit of something else. Cheap. So therefore you are cheap. Clothes, TikToks, and all the nonsense, sporting events. So therefore, how can you have all you want? Because you're manifesting lack. I know Whole Foods is sometimes whole paychecks, but I'm going to invest in superfoods. I'm going to fast. A lot of people haven't even heard of E3 Live, the most nutrient-dense superfood on the planet. Algae, blue-green algae. It is a powerful superfood. It is not cheap though, because you shouldn't be cheap. It is worth it. When you stop eating from the dollar menu and say, hey, I'm going to get that expensive juice, that expensive food, because I know in the long run my health is wealth. It matters. Health is wealth. Can I get a hello? And once you start to practice a 7-day eat to live challenge at the forefront of your life, the money situation in your life will change because you'll be abundant. You'll vibe higher because when you vibe, you build your tribe. How can you feel like $1 million when you're eating from the dollar menu? Sometimes all you have to have is a delicious meal, and that's nutritious, full of minerals and vitamins, and all of a sudden you feel rich, realizing you create happiness, doing a little samba and dance. Can I get a hello? What is the sixth money habit and secret that is keeping you poor, pioneers? Jealousy and envy. Staying stuck in the lack of ego. This is psychology. I told you I've studied this for over 4 years. People who are jealous and envy of other people, success of other people, don't want that for themselves. Can I get a hello? They just want to chase celebrities, overnight status. When you are afraid of other people making it, you are afraid of yourself making it. You don't think you can do it. And that's why you're jealous of other people's success. If you see somebody in a big house, big mansion, popping bottles, drinking a nice glass of Moscato like us, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't like Coach Abe right now. You now blocked your own blessings. And you're saying, okay, you made it. You're doing better. And you're living your best life. You can be happy for yourself. And you can be on the journey to living in a mansion just like somebody else. But when you stay stuck in them TikToks and what videos and sporting events, that left logic hemisphere of the brain, well, then you're going to stay stuck in cheap brokenness. So change that money habit of jealous and envy, being stuck in the ego, the hatred in your heart for others. Start having a loving heart. Start wishing people well. Can I get a hello? Start wanting to see people succeed other than yourself, and then in turn, you will succeed. When you learn this, everything will change in your life, your paradigm, your realm. A lot of people are walking around in this world, this matrix, this realm, this tellurium, wanting other people to do good, just not as good as them. But when you want to see everybody win, you too in return will prosper and gain rewards. The reason why Coach Abe at the Daily Candle Close News is flying high like an eagle is because I want to see you win. Live your best life. Become your greatest version. Can I get a hello? I want to see you change your money version for the better. I want to see you become financially free. Go on vacations. Pick up the cat in the room and kiss it. Say I love you. Pioneers, what is the seventh money habit keeping you poor? Your inner circle. I've told you this. Be careful of your circle before they hurt you. Some people smile in your face and then they talk behind your back. They plot the scheme about you. You don't want these people around you because they're hurting you. And more so, they are blocking your financial success and reaching abundance because they're in your ear wanting you to be like them, giving you bad advice because they're afraid of your greatness. Crabs in a basket, they want to bring you down with them. No, thank you. I'm good. So when you say, actually, I've become like the 5 people I hang around the most. I can either hang around 5 slime balls, 5 people going nowhere. I can hang around 5 ascended masters, messiahs, people that know they are the Christ within, that are going to the heaven, which is the 7th chakra, the abundant mind state, the godlike consciousness. You'll change your circle. You'll become a millionaire. You'll change yourself for the better. That energy rubs up on you. Energy is contagious. If you're around people who are like piss poor attitude all the time, money is evil, I hate it, I hate success, I hate the rich, no, that's going to be you. If you're around people who are open-minded to say, actually, money is just a tool to give us more of what we already have, then, well, we'll be abundant. Don't have that program of money is evil. Money is not evil. It's just a tool. It's what you do with it. You can set up a charity, a business. You can create a lifestyle ticket for someone else. So don't be fooled by your peers thinking that actually it's not important to change my life for the better, to reach abundance. My inner circle will not determine how far I go. It's not about the quantity of people you have around you. It's about the quality of people you got around you. I don't care about having 5,000 friends. I care about having 5 solid ones. Discipline, people working on their dreams and visions, so us all together can build our tribe and do the same. Yeah, you just gone from being poor in poverty to being rich. Look at you, pioneers. I want every one of you to smash the like button, the share button, and get this video out to more high vibrational conscious individuals in this matrix, because somebody out there needs to see this. And that's why I'm saying it feels so good to be alive. Can I get a hello? Because what you believe in your hearts and speak in your minds will eventually become your words and your reality. And what you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mindset. And what gets ingrained in your subconscious mindset becomes an unconscious action and an unconscious activity. And I've always wanted mine to be guideful, helpful, and nurturing to others. So, I'm sending you all much love and high vibrations out to wherever you may be in the matrix and galaxy today. So, with all this getting started, we're going to start right here looking at Bitcoin paired up with the US dollar on the Bybit chart, the 1 hour time frame. And we're going to look at this very closely and get into some of the TA right now. Because as we can kind of see, I've been doing a lot of TA today, kind of deciding where we're going. Because I believe Bitcoin finds itself in a very critical moment of making a decision. And this is where we are going to find Bitcoin investing at the greatest opportunity, knowing what's going on. Right now, we're below the 223 and the 322 EMAs, and it's this particular point where Bitcoin's either going to break upwards or downwards. Let's pull up a few more exponential and simple moving averages. The 21 crossing that to the downside, that's kind of bearish. That's a simple moving average we've been paying attention to. And if we can pull up, let's see, I don't have any more I can pull up right here, but we'll pull up our moon patterns and pay attention to coming out of the full moon yesterday, today, and into tomorrow. Okay, so very important. Something we'll talk about why maybe we're getting this bearish momentum in the charts in just a moment. So we're either going to break up or break down. I think we're going to jump down into this a little deeply today on the 1 hour instead of the 2 hour time frame, because I do think we have a possibility to move to the upside, but we can't count out downside liquidity levels and buying orders that we can see right here. We came and got rejected earlier from right above our 27,200 critical support range that we needed to get a 2 hour, 1 hour daily candle close above, and we did not do that today. So of course, coming back down is not surprising to me here on the daily candle close news right now. So one other thing, that was a sell order block. Liquidity pushing us down, bull trap, getting punished. Okay, so price is being automatically rejected from this range, and this is a range we've talked about. Okay, so this kind of inverse head and shoulders pattern, I still think is possibly an opportunity that I'm seeing. It's pretty ugly. I know you might not consider it an inverse head and shoulders, but I'm seeing a clear retest right here after this rejection of what I'm considering to be the basic neckline of this. So if we were to come up, we could see a possible 27,000, another retest towards 28,000 in the cards. Okay, so something I'm just considering. All right, because if we can find support in some of these liquidity open order ranges, but still setting a higher low from this large wick theory, I know it's kind of hard to see, but this is kind of where my mind is at. Price action to the upside. I don't think this move to the upside is going to be quite massive just yet, because we can see upper resistance with some of these order ranges right here at around 28 to $28,500. So the next level is going to kind of be possibly a double top. So not quite a good thing for Bitcoin. Okay, we're going to want to break that 28,600. This 5-wave Elliott 1, 2, 3, 4, and inside this 5-wave we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for an A, B, C corrective wave that we talked about in my last video with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which ended up being a 6 and a 7th wave down before we got this long wick theory, and now we're setting a high, low, higher high, and a higher low right now. So something we'll bring that up in a minute when we pull up the higher low indicators, but we are still in a bullish state of play at the moment. Okay, so like I said, this move to the upside could be quite limited. Okay, or set an even third higher low. Okay, so we'll talk about this being a possible, another Elliott wave pattern down in just a moment. So if we were to hide this and pull up kind of like a bear flag situation, and talk about that for just a moment. We're going to go like this and kind of, pull it up to the high of the ranges. You can see we're kind of holding support at the bottom side of this, what we can consider bear flag right now. We could be extreme with Bitcoin. We know we could take this all the way down to the wick. I'm not really going to. I'm going to kind of leave it right here with this wick closure. And right now, we fell and below it. And we're kind of seeing if we can push back up into it. So bear flag is kind of bearish pattern. So we could continue to possibly see this break down like I was saying as well. We'll explain that deeper in just a moment. So taking it to the extreme of right here and right here, we can kind of see that we've got this higher high, higher low situation like I've talked about. When we're in a bearish situation, we do set higher highs, higher lows until we break back down like we are now. So remember that. All right, so we might actually find a resistance somewhere up here if we were still to get this head and shoulders inverse breakout pattern to the upside, right there at around 27,500 before possibly seeing if we drag back to the downside or again break some of these order ranges that we were talking about. Okay, so Elliott wave theory, if I wanted to go to that and show you what I'm looking at for a second, going all the way back to our $69,000 top back here over a year ago almost, I've shared how I thought Bitcoin could enter its first ever ABC corrective wave pattern. And if that's true, then I could see a possible 1, 2, 3, 4, wherever this 4 and B wave come in, before setting an Elliott wave 5-wave pattern theory back down. So right now, still holding a long consolidation, almost 80-day time period sideways in a horizontal trading range, building structure with a low, higher low, and higher highs throughout this time period. So is there going to be one more impulsive wave to the upside before coming back down? And do we set a lower low? Or do we end up setting what is a double bottom, higher high? Who knows? We've talked about this going back for months. But going back to this and looking at it, coming out of this Elliott wave pattern theory, we could look at this multiple waves to the downside as well. Pulling up maybe some, inverse fib pulls for like a bearish fib. If we were to go to our range, we could easily come right back down to this 1618 at roughly 26,000, maybe even lower. Again, multiple order ranges back down here at around 24,000 as well. So we've talked about this previously. So this is where we're going to come back and reassess the market to see if we're going to drop lower or, be bought back up if we were to see this. Right now, I don't really see us going lower than 25,200. Right now, that's just a really pivotal range for me that I want to see held. I wanted to see 27,200 held, but not quite getting that time yet. So let's see. All right, just checking the chat, you guys. All right, so as we were talking about this possible Elliott wave pattern theory showing more downside implied action in the market, let's go ahead and get rid of a few of these things. We'll go ahead and delete the head and shoulders as well. The full moon could be bringing in energy that's bearish to the market. We know this. Typically on, right here we see that, and roughly 3 to 5 days before. Okay, so of course, this whole time period being bearish leading into the full moon. We talk about this, and roughly 3 to 5 days after, sometimes even longer, we can remain bearish. We do know that doomsday is coming up, and that is going to be only 6. So could that be the time period, doomsday? Why are we not? We'll just call it D-Day. D-Day, Normandy landings. Okay, so June 6th, that very powerful 6-6 date. That's a master power number. Okay, we're going to be paying attention to that. Could we see some downside implied action in the market around Doomsday, D-Day? Okay, World War II. Okay, we know this was one of the biggest casualties of losses of life for, military. This could be, very symbolic to what we see in the markets. Just around this new moon time frame, full moon time frame, I mean. So what we can see is this could also be easily another wave down, like a 4 and 5 wave down. Let me find this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we know our ABC structure comes right down into our third wave. Okay, all right, so as long as our fourth wave doesn't really invalidate this second wave right here around 28K, then this could hold true right here with this rejection from 27,200. Okay, rather than continuing a move up like I've been bullish on. I'm still bullish on one more impulsive wave though. But if we take a look at this, we'll still be setting a higher low in structure than right back here if we were to do this. Okay, so a breakdown into a fifth Elliott wave is kind of what I'm possibly anticipating. Okay, with this recent rejection over the weekend, no institutions, unsophisticated leverage traders that are over leveraged. This might be something that we can ultimately be looking into for the next 24 to 48 hours when the market opens again on Monday. So this could change our thesis in the short term moving forward of being quote unquote bullish. Don't be a bull, don't be a bear, be a pioneer. Okay, trade both sides of the market. All right, so this would be ever so slightly around 25,200 or 26,000, possibly to 25,200 is what I'm thinking. Okay, so close to this 2618 is the lowest I see it going, 24,500, and then we'd reassess from there. Okay, these are not things that I am, too bearish about and trying to get too carried away about. Something's going to play out within the next few days, one way or the other. We're either going to regain dominance and push up, or we're going to remain true to this bearish pressure and lower lows that we're getting, lower highs that we're getting in the market, and well, validate the idea that we come down here and end up with this exact pattern before we enter back into another impulsive wave to the upside. So something I want to talk about is the CME gaps. We've recently filled our, gap down here, but there was another one. So we do have a chance to come all the way back down to 21,000, roughly 20,500, and fill this gap. Okay, so I forgot this lately to mention. There is one higher in the price charts that is around right here, 34,400 to 35,200. CME gaps do have a tendency to get filled out. So we can kind of look out through the history of Bitcoin and say, yeah, they kind of almost always get filled out. There's kind of like in a section here and there that it doesn't get completely filled. Okay, but most of the time, 90% of the time, categorically, this gets filled out. So we've got one to the upside and one to the downside. So you can see this one right here is open at around 20,000, and if we lose this level, we're going down. Left shoulder, head, probably get a right shoulder and back down. Okay, so who knows? But I'm ultimately looking to fill this one before we fill the lower one. Okay, so this is the only one right now because we've recently filled this one now with the last 70 plus days of being in this trading range. Okay, so very important that we pay attention to these CME gaps. I've got high cycle lows and high cycle bottom indicators showing me for now the bearish momentum on the daily, the weekly time frame is in. Okay, so we can potentially go up and grab this 35K one before coming back down, but we are in this state of flux right now where we can go in either direction. I think it's a higher probability that we actually break up and take the higher one before we take the lower one. A lot of people believe the lower ones can be hit first because the higher ones do tend to be grabbed later. But right now, I just think a lot of people are forgetting the momentum we are in. We are specifically on a weekly time frame. When we look at this, multiple charts, I mean, we are, we're below the 21, but above the 200 and 223 on a weekly time frame. And that's, showing me a possible probability of a push up higher and then a push down after to close the CME gap. There is one more CME gap at $9,000, and I think that's worth noting. Okay, that never got filled. So will it ever again? Who knows? But where is that at? Let's see if I can look at this on a daily time frame. Either way, yeah, I guess I don't see it anymore. Maybe it did get filled. Maybe it's this one right here. That didn't quite get filled, I don't think. But either way, I'm not too worried about that one. Right now, I'm worried about these right here. And a big determining factor for that for me is going to be what the Bitcoin dominance does moving forward. Let's take a look at that chart real quick. All right, Bitcoin dominance. Something we haven't looked at in a minute, you guys. There we go. Oh, yeah. All right, let's hide some of these indicators. We don't really need these for the Bitcoin dominance chart. We can just do a little pattern drawing for this. So this is going to determine what Bitcoin and our altcoins are doing moving forward. All right, this entire run up, we haven't really seen any of the altcoins take off. I mean, XRP, yay, it's hit 50 cents. What is that? Nothing. Okay, we've been inside this entire range since going back to April of 2021. That's a long period of time. Now, the thing is, we are retesting the range high as resistance. Okay, we've got our clear support right here, and it's looking like we are getting a rejection from this right here. Anytime Bitcoin dominance indicated by this chart goes down, which is going down in history forever and ever and ever, it's always went down. But altcoins gain dominance typically around against Bitcoin. But being inside this range for a long time makes me wonder if we're going to get one more impulsive wave to the upside, break this, because I mean, we've got a higher high than this. Technically, I mean, this is a double top, and if we can just gain support on the Bitcoin dominance and break one more move up, we could see that facilitate Bitcoin moving up. We could see that facilitate the altcoins moving up as well, after liquidity flows from Bitcoin into some of the altcoins. So if we look at things like Ethereum, which is the eminent overlord and ruler of, let's go to my chart where I can draw, the eminent overlord and ruler of what determines the altcoins and what they're doing, we see it's been holding, like I've talked about recently, you know, some great drawings, curve. I'm gonna draw a curve, guys. There we go. You know, it's been great, holding great support against, especially Bitcoin. Especially if you were to look at the Bitcoin, you know, ETH compared to the Bitcoin chart, the Bitcoin pair. You know, it's really doing great. But Ethereum is just showing a potential move for me to the upside, even higher than our previous one, going back in May, even maybe just completely breaking back above 20 or $2,022.02. Imagine that, 2222. But I see us possibly breaking even back up to that 2200 range. Maybe breaking back above this 2100 that we got in April of 2023 earlier this year. So you know, Ethereum is looking really nice to me. Something we talked about recently. You know, we actually see this long-term uptrend and a beginning of a parabolic impulse just starting, I do believe. You know, again, kind of bearish right now around the full moon, not surprising. So let's see what happens as we transition through D-Day, and maybe we come back and, you know, hold a higher low of hitting 1800 again, and then come up. Who knows? Even though BTC looks a little sketchy right now and it doesn't look as good, and I'm seeing XRP and Ethereum looking so bullish against Bitcoin. It's kind of showing me that the altcoins, if the Bitcoin dominance was to take a leg down, are going to take a possible impulsive wave to the upside for the short term, kind of bullish for altcoins. So we're going to ultimately see how this plays out moving forward. We're going to get another strong impulse one way or another. So it's something we got to pay close attention to. All right, let's see if we got any more viewers and people viewing in the chat. Cool, awesome. All right, awesome. But just a lot to decide and determine moving forward, you guys. So let's do a little bit more TA, and then we may do a little decoding towards the end of this video on today and why we are possibly seeing this price action. I think this is a important day, 6-3, internationally written 3-6, and you know, I got a little 36 decode to share with you all around that. So 1 second, I'm just reading my notes. The chat, love you Bentley, that's my son. Hopefully he's not still viewing and getting ready for bed, but you know, it's not a perfect world, and he's not with me right now. He's with my mom, so you know, she might just be letting him stay up a little bit longer, but who knows. All right, we're gonna go back to talking about Bitcoin a little bit, probably, and see if we can decide anything else that I can see just freehand. Um, yeah, I'll just go ahead and delete this impulsive wave. I'm going to delete this bear flag. Kind of clean this up a little bit. All right. Take another quick drink of my Moscato, excuse me. But again, I want to thank you all for watching the Daily Candle Close News After Dark special, where we talk about everything crypto almost daily, almost weekly. You know, right now, I could definitely see this huge falling wedge, possibly, you know, broadening wedge pattern. Okay, so boom, possible 68% chance of a breakout. You guys. So there are patterns inside of patterns, like we talked about. Okay, and this is where we're going to get a big edge in the market. Okay, so now we've got this rising wedge right now, this bear flag that we talked about. 68% chance it breaks out to the downside. And if you really do it like this, it has. Okay, and the measured move of this, if we complete this, is going to be like we talk about down here to right there at around 26,680, you guys, which is also this long wick theory support level. So again, it would still be setting a higher low in structure, maybe a double bottom, who knows? Okay, and if we do break this and still hold this wick or hit the 1618 like we were talking about, we're still holding a higher low before we see an impulsive wave. So this is again on a 1 hour time frame. So one thing we can consider is opposite. Okay, right now I see bottom, bottom, impulsive, higher, lows. So if we again get this breakout to the upside, 32% chance, because it's a 68% chance of a breakout, we could see this. I don't know. I'm just gonna measure it from here, you guys. Yeah, definitely taking us right back up to where I was talking about earlier, possibly a double top. But definitely want to break this B wave, this higher low that we got. Okay, so we've had, like I said, multiple attempts to break this regression trend, this trend line. Okay, but ultimately we recently got a bull trap. All right, came down. All right, and now it's just been really, like I said earlier, in a decision moment. Um, you know. Mm. So no taking the day off right now until the weekly stock market opens, when viewing the charts, because we're wanting to stay focused and realize the opportunity, a decision is about to be made, and we can either short the market and make money or long the market and leverage and make money, not financial advice. So what I'm thinking is, again, one more push up, you know, rising wedge before coming back down and retesting this broadening wedge pattern. Okay, so again, holding the one fib level in a reversal from the top, coming back to this low that we got right here on May 31st, the last day of May. Okay, um, hmm. You know, it's just really showing me a retest of what I think is the neckline of the inverse head and shoulders, like I've talked about, patterns inside of patterns. So, you know, we definitely don't want to see a lower high though, and this could be it. And that means, like I said, downside implied, not amazing for Bitcoin and the bulls. So until the price action breaks out either way and gives us confirmation of these patterns that we've been talking about, then we're just continuing in the pattern, which is going to be consolidation, sideways, zigzag, chop city. Okay, so we know right now $27,200 support is held. So can we get this retest, uh, double bottom, and a breakout? Finally get back above, hold support, and continue to move up. You know, who knows? If we were This is what we're looking for. Breakout of 27,200 and a retest. Even if we don't get a retest, multiple 1 hour daily candle closes above it, we're looking for a push back up. Okay, so yeah, a big move for Bitcoin. What's that going to do for the altcoins, you guys? They're going to go up as well. Okay, now the dominance is a little bit different when we look at that chart. We've talked about this. So let's see where we want to go from here. Let's check the chat. See if we got anybody backstage. I invited a few people. I know a lot of people were busy, weren't able to come on today. So just want to check the chat real quick. All right. But I think we're just about done here, you guys. We might be looking at XRP for just a second. I think a second ago it was at 52 cents, which is not surprising. So, but let's look at the daily chart real quick and look at this trend line we're getting resistance from. We could, like I said, come right back down to these exponential moving averages, the 223 and the 322 of 25,800, 25,200. Okay, so basically still being in a descending wedge. You know what I'm saying? Or a bull pennant, a bull flag, which could have a potential breakout and measured move of something we've talked about, of getting back into this parallel channel, right there at around 32,000, 33,000, you guys. So we definitely want to see a higher high than this right here, or otherwise, like I said, 25,200 could be in the cards. Okay, and that would be what we've talked about recently, is getting a breakdown before a impulsive wave up, you know, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave, more than likely. Okay, when all altcoins will start to take off too. Okay, so not financial advice. Okay, I'm just trying to give you gem pick bangers with this TA. There's a time to trade long and a time to trade short. And I'm here to teach you this. There's a time to trade small caps, large caps, micro caps. There's a time to do whatever you want in these markets. There's a time to trade gem pick opportunity bangers that I give you here on the Daily Candle Close News. And it's by following us here and becoming a member. And you can do that by joining the Discord and becoming a pioneer for a one-time lifetime access purchase of $2.23. And comment down below if you want the details on how to become a member. Website coming soon. You can follow us here at Facebook at the Daily Candle Close News, or on YouTube, of course, Daily Candle Close News. Rumble at Honest Alien. Shout out to the 83 views on my video I did that inspired this one on how to become financially free, secure, and stable setting under a cherry blossom tree. Okay, so there are a lot of bullish ideas that we shared for Bitcoin possibly going higher. You guys say hey to Jazzy, I love you, baby. It's critical we pay attention to what's coming. Okay, I think we're about to break out higher to 33K and possibly higher, and then it's going to be decision time. And time to get ready to short the market, take profits, not financial advice, and get ready to load our bags up and stack them when another low comes in. So, awesome. Let's go ahead and check the chat, see if we got anybody viewing still. All right. Marcus Garcia, can you send me the Discord link, please? Yes, I can, Marcus. What I can do is send you my Cash App real quick in the chat, and it's going to be Abraham Lincoln 81, and you can send me $2.23 in Cash App for lifetime access. And yes, when you do that in the Cash App, please leave a message that says your Discord's name and the numbers associated with it, so I can onboard you as soon as possible. But as soon as I receive the $2.23 in the 223 year in my Cash App I just sent you right there, then go ahead and anybody and everybody, leave a message. Let me know your Discord username and then 4 numbers associated with it, and I'll onboard you into the Pioneer Academy at the Daily Candle Close News, where you can stay up to date, read some of the 5 books I got for free that are written out. Sorry, you got to read. Stay up to date with some of the decodes we do. Be invested with some of the amazing pioneers that I've got in the community. So the number one growing Discord community on the planet is the Daily Candle Close News, because we're speaking it into existence. So again, follow the community guidelines, you guys. $2.23 for a lifetime access, and you can gain access to my exit plan and strategy guide if you're willing to buy that, or the 18 written advanced course lessons that I've got for sale for $3. You guys, you get 5 books for free. So, to give you a feel for if you want to invest in the advanced trading course that is written out. I've got a video course coming soon. My exit plan and strategy guide is already for sale, and I've got another 10 video course coming, non-crypto related, about unlocking your hidden potential and the Christos, Christ within. It's called The Truth They Hide From You, because the kingdom of God is within you. So remember that. So stay tuned for the website coming and the big things coming to the Daily Candle Close News. So again, thank you, Marcus. Shout out to being a pioneer and an amazing follower. Thank you so much. I want you guys to make the most out of this bull market, this automatic rally, whatever you want to call it right now, and what I believe we're in, or any downside implied action we may see. So let's talk about XRP for a moment before we get off of here. All right. Oh, wow. Yeah, definitely getting support off of this 51 cent for XRP. Not surprising, because we use the decoding around numerology, gematria, and we know XRP gives us that 15, as above, so below. So XRP giving us 15, holding the 51 cents and bouncing. Still not going to be bullish on XRP till we can get and hold support above this 53 that we wicked to today. Not surprising. Why did XRP, and why is it holding 52 cents today? Because today adds up to 52. Not surprising. Can I get a hello? Then a day that leaves 211 days left in the year, being the 47th prime number, which is, 47 is the 15th prime number. Awesome. Not surprising that Bitcoin's at 52 cents on a day that adds up to 52, you guys. Not surprising. Today is 36 weeks from the start of last year's Rosh Hashanah and the end of the Shemitah, which led into the 50-year biblical jubilee the following day after the end of the Shemitah. So going back to last year, it's 36 weeks today, 0 days. Today is 3-6, or internationally written 3-6, or 6-3, as above, so below. Okay, that's tying us back to the dragon, 360 degrees, the Ouroboros, the dragon eating its tail, or Pi, the never-ending story. Okay, you guys, so very important, being that possible $25,200 range, because this is a 252 day. So everything in my cards and in my technical analysis is based off numerology, gematria, astrology, and date connections as well. Being an 8-month, 10-day time period that is giving us the 81, where if we do see a pullback to 25,200 in the next several hours, I think it will be ritual 81. But that 36 turn us into the dragon, the full circle, 36, that 47. Okay, that 151 being the 36 prime number. So today is very important for all of us. We are all tied to that 36, the carbon man, the 6 protons, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, the 8-month, 10-day time period, the 81 we get right here. Okay, we know today is the 154th day of the year. 1 times 54 is 54. So this 36 is very powerful, and I'm watching Bitcoin closely because it's tied to this 36. So very interesting. Awesome, you guys. I do want to thank you all for coming out and joining us on another Saturday, Saturn Day night live after dark special here on the Daily Candle Close News. I hope you enjoyed the 7 secrets and habits that keep you financially poor and in poverty. I hope you enjoyed some of the TA that we talked about and that it's intuitive and, well, helpful. And if you like what you heard here, or saw here, hit the like button, hit the share button, and get it out to more high conscious vibrational individuals. Take care and God bless, pioneers. Until the next time, pioneers rise, build your fortress, and build your legacies.